run it, ooh, run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back. About to snap, take a photograph. Run it back, make it to the friends. Run it back when I told it right. I'll be back, make another back. Ultra, ultra, ultra fast. I ain't with the boat to dash. Run it back, the running back. Face back with the shoulder pads.
Run it back, watch your back. You think I want it cream, but I like it black. About the act and run it back. You see how I act, nothing I lack. Feel it like a fatal heart attack. I'd die for that. I don't stress about it. I think less without it. I'ma cut out anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Chargers of San Diego taking on the Denver Broncos. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. Devontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. This defense for the Broncos, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Ritter will set up to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 more there and another first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Down to about the 45. When you look at this Bronco defense, they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
The second down and 10th there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand. It's incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
They'll lead the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Setting up the screen for Cook. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 28. And we have an injury on the play, and that looks like the running back, James Cook, is the one who's down. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. He'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down and real. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. And he's going to go down. They send him back right
sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here we go.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
It's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Ritter throwing on 3rd down. This is intercepted. Picked up by Pat Surtain. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Bronco defense has a touchdown. So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there. Turned it all around. Big moment.
And a mile higher in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
First down, here's Ritter. Going for the deep ball. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Broncos are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll send Judy in motion left. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Broncos are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. Now he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 18. A gain there of 21 yards. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big thing.
Well, the Broncos are going to have a first and goal. It's some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Ready, ready. Black Ultra.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Cycle.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's now 4th and goal. Harrison Butker on for the field goal.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend the lead even further. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they've got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. But the call of oath says do no harm. Right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 4.
Right.
Ritter to throw it. And he hits him in stride. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
Gain of 7. 1st down, Chargers.
Here we go.
Ritter back to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he's unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover at the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Ritter from the gun. Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Sticking with the passing game. Here's Ritter again. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. As the Chargers punting in, as he's on the punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. I go to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Ready.
All right, now let's get in
Check
that
pink.
end zone.
Keep it rolling, boys. Time to get 6.
Ready.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
He'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Here we go. Back.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Okay, right.
Okay. Let's make some good plays today. Come on.
Good. Be patient.
Stop
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. Taken down at the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Ready.
They'll try and throw for it here. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off for the first down.
Well, they picked up the first down. And I was going to say, I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
It wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that ball.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Let's go.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
Shot 17.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good. From 57 yards out. Browns are right there. And they will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. First and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. Ritter trying to get them up to the line here in a hurry. On second down, Ritter. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And they're going to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 45 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
Black shot.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. His third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra play by Baker is on target and pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Green Jack.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Ready.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they'll get the turnover in Quest territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Make a play here. Take it to him.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Ready?
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Prior to that, they were 2 for 2 on 4th down conversions in this ballgame. Now 3 for 3.
And you've got to figure their luck's got to run out at some point, doesn't it? I will just tell you from a defense's point of view, someone has to step forward on 4th down and make a play himself because they're just letting it happen to him right now.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He'll buy some time right. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 7 there on the second run, and they're in better shape now for third.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Ready.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And put down. One of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So certainly not at all what you're looking for here to start the third quarter. A fumble on their opening drive.
Not at all. You're exactly right about that because this had a chance to be the drive to put everything away. A touchdown here, that might have put everything out of reach for them. They definitely handed out a lifeline to the defense on that play.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
Defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ritter now. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Ritter. Touchdown! Great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That's caught. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved down to the 25.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. He tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Back to throw. The big tight end Andrews. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
There's so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Come on, set. Ready?
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second down at the 35-yard line.
Ready?
On play action, they'll throw. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better, 2 weeks in a row? You have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. The Broncos send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. The Broncos send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
They're on the 46-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
Ritter. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Breaks the tackle. Now Allen down the left sideline. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 41 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. His pass caught at the 4. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers get a bit closer. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Elliott good with a PAT as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
Here we go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
There's a ball thrown inside and complete. 23 yards on the play.
These guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing you. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Ready.
And they'll run on the inside here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Dances by him. He's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all game long. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to let him do it again. They need that drop.
And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Broncos on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life.
47-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. Extending even further. Seeing him make the run a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
On 17-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Ready?
Now Ritter. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sideline? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Ritter. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4. Ritter looks to throw it. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This is 4-down territory here. They know down 2 scores at this late stage. 10-yard passes aren't going to do it. So they took the shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Fourth down, big play. Here's Ritter. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Come on, set.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. 106 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football, and and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 16-yard line.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
10 cycles. Red cycle. Set.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown. Denver. Mark Andrews. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready up.
The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something we're going to discuss heavily in the film session.